Oh, you guys, I am so excited. It finally arrived today. It's just a day late, but I was very impatient for this thing. There she is, my new food dehydrator. It's just going through a cleaning cycle right now. According to the instructions, you have to take all of these trays apart and just wash them good in soapy water, dry them, and then you stack them back up in there and you run it. It says for 30 minutes. I'm just going to run it for an hour. And then you wash them again and it's ready for your first dehydrating loads. So anyhow, I've already got some mixed vegetables I'm going to put in for my first load, so I will come back and show you that. Well, a little unexpected issue I ran into is what I wanted to dehydrate the very first was a little too small. It would fall through these cracks, so I'm making some parchment paper just to line that with. And to do that, I'm just kind of outlining the tray. And then I'm cutting in just a little bit smaller than what I traced onto there. They do make liners for these trays, but of course I don't want to wait to order some and have them arrive. I'm ready to start my dehydrating now. Okay, now we're finally ready to go. I'm using the Picked Sweet Farms mixed vegetables. Corn, peas, green beans, and carrots. Just kind of try to spread those out in a fairly even layer. You can see how little some of these are, especially the corn and the peas, where they would fall through the cracks and they would end up down in here. And I could just retrieve them out of there, but I would just as soon they stay where they belong. Okay, set that one aside and do another one. Got a few runaways there. Okay, put the lid on there, put this on here. And I'm going to set this to about 135, 140. Okay, so I let these go, actually I let them go all night long. And you can see this is just one tray that I just emptied onto some parchment paper. And boy, they really shrink up. The green beans take longer than anything else. So next time I make a batch like this, I will probably separate the green beans and put those on a different tray. But the peas and the corn and the carrots dried up pretty darn fast. So anyway, I'm going to get the rest of these as they become dry, dump these out, and then I'll be putting them all in a jar. So far, I'm really liking my new toy. Okay, well, it's finally done, and let me show you what I ended up with. Okay, here's what I ended up with. Just about a half a quart jar full. All of those vegetables are now condensed down in that little bitty amount. I think they turned out really good. I'm very pleased with it. Took longer than I anticipated, but I think it might have been my parchment paper slowed it down. Possibly didn't get as much circulation as it should have. I do have the right liners coming today for my next batch, so I'll be finding out if that was what slowed it down. Pardon the noise, I've got a batch of black beans going in my pressure cooker over there. I'm going to be doing a video on canning here soon too, if anybody's interested in that. Anyway, I would say I did up probably 40 ounces of the frozen vegetables and ended up with about 18 ounces here. So I'll be using this to just throw a handful in soups and stews as I make them. The best thing about it though is it is shelf stable, and with hurricane season coming, I don't like to risk having a whole bunch of stuff in my freezer. So this should come in handy. See you next time.